Hi, we're back doing stuff. Yeah, sorry, I got a new gig, so I gotta do that first, right? Let's keep going with the Samhain readings. Also, your November general read. Please check out the description box for everything you need to know, including the only place that you can donate to the channel, the only way that you can get a hold of me to do personal readings, and other things you need to know, such as that I don't approach people to offer personal readings or to ask for donations. That's what scammers do. I am clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant. When I hear ringing on my right-hand side, that means that I'm getting messages from people I know that have passed on. When I hear it on the left, that is, those are messages from my spirit guides. Please check out your rising moon and Venus sign for everything that you need to know. Sagittarius, that guy right there. Sagittarius, it's your turn. We're going to do a special read, Samhain read. First, we're going to start out with the Shaman's Dream Oracle to get an oracle message for you. This is also going to be, for all intents and purposes, your Samhain reading, which means that we're going to be doing the Wheel of the Year for this particular spread. And yeah, I'm in my pajamas because I'm under the weather. Got like a whole thing going on with my sinuses. It's great. So anyway, I might have to pause so that I can, get unclogged and all that wonderful stuff. Anyway, songs for you, Pardon Me by Incubus, the acoustic version, and Cup of Coffee by Garbage. Yeah, some throwbacks there. Everything's been pre-shuffled, but we'll also do some shuffling while we get everything started for you. Again, we're doing the Wheel of the Year, starting with November for you. And we should be moving into your sign in the middle of November. But yeah, kind of the middle of November, not really. All right, let's see what we got for you out of the Shaman's Dream Oracle, cutting the deck for you. Ooh, we have In the Hand, the universe is your partner. So this is about, reaching out to the skies. I mean, I'm doing interpretations on these guys. I'm not going to actually look at the books for them. But looking at this, it's about the universe and being a light bearer with the universe. 31 breaking down to a 4, so firm foundations, but also having the universe as your guide and also being somebody who is a vector for the universe's work. All right. Like it says on the bottom of the card there, the universe is your partner. So that means that the things that you are doing, you're doing in conjunction with the universe. It's almost like I'm getting a feeling as if somebody is a light worker, or somebody who is a torchbearer, somebody who brings light to situations, harbors warmth, and brings light into people's lives. If you look there at this card, I love the artwork on all of these. And it's somebody who is, again, partnering with the universe in order to bring things about in the real world, to bring things into other people's lives and to bring things into their life that are for the highest good and for the greater good, your greater good and the greater good of others. So let's go ahead and let's get started for you. We will pull numbers for you. We will pull magnetic poetry for you also, and we will clarify. We're going to use the Antique Rider-Waite Tarot for you, and I don't shuffle this one classically because I got the plastic ones, so they don't, and they're quite large, these cards. So they've already been pre-shuffled, but we'll do more. And we're going to clarify with the Sun and Moon Tarot for you for each month. Again, we're starting with November for you. Do check out your rising moon and Venus sign for those additional messages. So let's see what we have here for you. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Twist for Fairness. We've already shuffled them, guys. 2-minute Tuesdays. I've just been a super busy gal. So, but we're going to cut the deck here for the months themselves, taking the middle pile. And we'll see what we get. So, one stuck. This is your card for you. First of all, the center of the read for you. We have the Star. Healing. This is also about tempering of two emotions, kind of like the Temperance card, right? And you'll notice here also is Aquarian energy, but this is also about holding out for greater hopes and dreams, something that is a goal of greater promise and fulfillment than you would have normally expected. It's like a wish, a huge wish that you've always wanted to achieve. And so that's you. That's what the center of everything is for you during this year, is trying to achieve something that's of huge emotional fulfillment during this time. I also want to remind you, I'm living below people, and on the other side of this wall there is a kid who's like a gamer, and I think he's a streamer, and he makes a lot of noise, especially at night. So if you hear things, don't worry about it. It's normal. The star card, it's about hope. It's about faith. It's about healing, but it's about also your emotional fulfillment, the greatest of emotional fulfillments, the thing that you've always had to hold out faith for. And that seems to be what you're going after this year. What is the obstacle for you? I forgot to do this part. The obstacle for you, just jump right out. The obstacle for you is that you have victory and triumph that you're trying to also achieve at the same time. So it's almost as if it's getting in your way. Did I just have something drop off the table? 2 seconds. I did. I had something drop off the table. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else. Nothing else. Nothing else. So it's almost, I do want to show you this card. I haven't looked at it yet, but I will show it to you in a second. But it's almost as if in order to achieve that great wish and goal that you have been searching for quite some time, what's getting in your way is also your triumph and your victory and triumph that you've achieved, a homecoming of sorts also. I always refer back to our rider Waite, so I'm really glad that I get to use this for this spread for you. But this is somebody coming home from a battle and being successful. They're waving that flag of victory, and there are people cheering all around them. And so this is really a representation of triumph over adversity. And so it's like you have victory and you're winning out over something, and that actually is your challenge, is that you're triumphing over one thing, and it might come at the expense of another. So how do you balance one success while attempting to achieve another? So that's your challenge for this year. Now let's look at this one, because it seems to be another one that wanted to come out in the challenge position for you. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this is irrationality. This is a fire sign. It's usually Aries or Leo. Feminine energy doesn't necessarily mean it's a female, but and sometimes you'll see tarot readers will actually equate this to a third party energy. But it's as if this is a rational thought, volatility, temper, somebody who angers easily, the inability to hold one's passions, harbor one's passions efficiently, effectively. It's almost as if this, because we can't have them both in the challenge position, it's almost as if what we have here is that with this victory and this triumph over adversity, or this triumph over a battle of some sort, that comes with it this cocky attitude, or this irrationality, or somebody who's kind of harboring an attitude of sorts, a volatility of sorts, that is a side effect of the triumph, a side effect of winning out, like a feeling that nothing can conquer them, a lack of humility I'm getting over here. And yet you're trying to heal during this year. You're trying to heal this year. You're also trying to achieve something that you've always had to hold out faith and hope for. Yet this is going to be the challenge. Let's go ahead and let's cut the deck again. Get this actually on the show, actually on the road here. And we'll see what your energy for the year moving through November all the way through to October of 2024 is. And then we'll do the clarifications and things. I just saw the Two of Cups. It was the second to last card. Okay, so for November, King of Wands in the reverse. And I'll read through these for you as we go through. December, the World in the reverse. January, Eight of Cups. February, Eight of Wands. March, King of Cups. April, Queen of Pentacles. May, Ten of Swords. June, Ace of Wands. July, Five of Pentacles. August, Four of Cups in the reverse. September, King of Pentacles in the reverse. October, Nine of Swords in the reverse. I almost said Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so that's what we have for you for your Wheel of the Year. Let's go ahead and let's clarify, shall we? Bottom of the deck, we have conflict with the Five of Wands. I think that's kind of what you're moving through as your challenge for the year, is a little bit of conflict. Could be conflict that you're not necessarily causing, but responding to. But let's see. We have this. I've already pre-shuffled, but let's do it for the show. Let's see what we get. We're going to start out by clarifying November. King of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse energy is classically Aries, Leo. Leo more so. Leo energy, masculine Leo energy. Somebody who rules by fear. A leadership energy of sorts. Somebody who embodies a lot of power, but to the extreme. Somebody who power trips, you know, somebody who is ruling by force as opposed to with a steady hand. You see here, normally he would be ruling with a steady hand, not so much here. Somebody who is also volatile, like the Queen of Wands in the reverse, but that seems to be the energy that's coming about in November. Somebody who's forcing their way in, higher energy. Somebody who loses their temper easily. Somebody who lacks courage, and that's why they're so pushy. You know, they force their way through on things. Just for fairness on this, of course. Okay, let's see what this energy, the King of Wands in the reverse. I almost said the Queen, connected with the Queen, definitely. King of Wands in the reverse for November. Tell us more about that. Why is the King of Wands in the reverse for November? Tell us more about that energy. Please don't pay attention to the keywords on the cards. King of Wands in the reverse. Sagittarius. I got a flipper here. Yeah, Death in the reverse. There's a feeling of something not ending that should be a reconciliation of sorts, or something that we had fireworks out there just now. Something explosive, something shocking and surprising that you believed had ended that isn't ending. Something coming back around again, something returning that should have been put to rest. Tell me more about this. Death in the reverse. Why? Why hasn't it ended? Scorpio energy on that, by the way. We have two that have come out. The Prince of Wands, which is classically the Knight of Wands in the reverse here for you. That was an accident, that one. Knight of Wands in the reverse, and then the Three of Pentacles. So partnerships, also the need to balance mind, body, and spirit, the energy that you're putting towards mind, body, and spirit. With you, actually, you are the Knight of Wands. And so there's a part of you that is not connecting with yourself appropriately during this time. This thing that comes back around, it's got to do with a friendship or a partnership of some sort, maybe a contract. Contract that you thought had ended. There's something about it that needs to be revisited, I'm getting. There's something about a contract that needs to be revisited, and that's why we have this volatility. It's almost like somebody's being pushy with it. And that's why something needs to be looked through again. There's also a lack of passionate action happening here. Almost like you're digging your heels in during November on something. There's something that you're not willing to negotiate on, and somebody else is being extremely pushy with it. Let's see what we have for the World in the reverse, which is your December card. World in the reverse is a reconciliation of sorts. Something that was supposed to culminate and come to an end is coming back around again. Almost the same as what we have with that Death card in the reverse. Oftentimes we'll see this with lovers returning, past lovers returning, or cycles that were supposed to end coming back because there was something that we did not finish out appropriately, or we did not give ourselves the appropriate closure. So there's also a feeling of incomplete or a feeling that we did not finish. It's like unfinished business, guys, right? So the world in reverse, fixed signs of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Why is the world in the reverse? What's happening with that in December? Why is the world in reverse? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse we have first. So Ten of Pentacles in the reverse is feeling as if, you know, that zenith of the build of the tangible, the success on the tangible plane, the material, the things that we build with our hands upon the earth, that did not happen the way that we would have expected. Seeing something through to the end so that we could build our legacy is not happening as appropriately as we would have wished. So there's a need to go back and revisit something. See, I told you it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud with this kid tonight, I think, because it's Saturday night. Right? What else? What else, that world in the reverse? Tell me more about the world in the reverse. For December, for Sagittarius. Well, I'm not taking, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm taking this one, though. Page of Pentacles in the upright. There's a peace offering, a timepiece, a communication about something on the tangible plane, like a contract of some sort. You got a bunch of stuff with that here through November and December. Timepiece, a peace offering, a communication about the tangible, about a contract, an offer of some sort. But it's something that is built on the earthly plane. Anything else? Somebody's talking about the Ten of Pentacles, why it didn't see itself through. There's a need to go back to the independence of the Nine so that you can finish out old cycles. Anything else? Six of Cups. Again, this is, it could be a past lover returning. Six of Cups is typically from childhood, long cherished childhood goals that we always thought we would, that we, you know, oftentimes will feel dissatisfied if we don't see through to the end. So there could be a feeling here of nostalgia. Also could be somebody returning from the past of a romantic nature, revisiting those childlike memories. Laughter, the things that make us feel childlike and wonder. But because we have so many pentacles here and we have the creative energy of wands, I feel like there's like a goal, something from the past that you're trying to finish out. You thought you'd finished it out, but you didn't. And so there's a little bit of I'm feeling like you're not getting to see your legacy through as a result. In January, you're walking away from something that normally would have been seen as emotional fulfillment. This can be a connection that is either a friend, a lover, a coworker. It's something that is a huge connection to you. You're going in search of self-love, or, you know, looking at something that would be of greater emotional fulfillment. Oftentimes it's a choice that we make to walk away from things that would normally be emotionally fulfilling in search of something greater. Why are you doing this during January? Seeking out something of greater emotional fulfillment. It's a twist of fate, but chance would have it. Chance would have it that you decide, again, the fixed energy of Leo, Sagittarius, sorry, not Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. You feel your destiny lies elsewhere. You feel your destiny lies elsewhere than connecting with an individual. Tell me more on this. I mean, that's what I'm hearing right now, but again, I'll expand on it with the other cards, right? That's why we clarify. Tell me more. You tell me you don't love me over a cup of coffee. Let's see. you're requiring healing and meditation. There's a feeling here of needing to center. You've had heartbreak. And there's a need to put things into perspective. A twist of fate. A twist of fate caused you to need to go into this feeling of healing after heartbreak. And that's why in January you're walking away from a connection that would have been of emotional fulfillment in search of something greater. Or you're communicating that to somebody. You're meditating on it. You're taking rest and repose, quiet repose, in order to turn inwards. Turn into, I know what I know. Turn into by the ideas. I know what I know. I know. On the card right now. I hear it in my head real low. Turn into the only thing yeah, look that one up. Anything else on this? 8 of Cups in January. Just saw the Tower. Yeah, so there's something that's an unexpected twist of events, turn of events, that you're either contemplating in January about decisions that you've had to make, that you're healing from in January, or that are happening in January. Turn into the only thing. Anything else? I hope I do turn into you. Queen of Wands. There's your Queen of Wands, but she's in the upright here. Versus the Two of Pentacles. You've made a decision. Fire energy. This is going to be Aries for me. See? I mean, they got the cat with them, so you could have Leo. But I'm really seeing this as Aries here with Two of Pentacles. You make a decision. You've been ambivalent in your energy. You've been of two minds. You've been of two minds, and then in January, you make a decision after meditating on something. You're making a decision. You either are this Queen of Wands, or it's about a Queen of Wands. Somebody who is a leader, somebody who's passionate, somebody who's creative, somebody who has fire within them. You've been of two minds. I could go left, I could go right. And you choose to turn into somebody. Not into them, like transform into them, but to turn into them. All right. Okay. All right. During February, we have you working on something. This is usually apprenticeship energy, learning to master a trade of some sort, but this can also be working hard on your coin. This could be working hard to master your craft, to perfect something that you know will be worthy of something on the earthly plane that you'd like to build or that you're rebuilding. This is for February for you. Let's see. What do we have for February, Sag? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Do check out your other placements. That's a whole bunch of car vomit. And I think those were actually upside down in here. I think they were flipped. Oh man, you guys. Turn into... Still have one here. Six of Swords. It's about movement forward. Moving forward. You're leaving something. You're cutting your losses on something here in February. I'm just searching for any flippers here, guys. You're cutting your losses on something and leaving it burning in its wake and moving towards something that's more promising for you. You know that it'll be more financially fulfilling, more profitable. It could have to do with something intellectual that you're looking at, because swords are about the intellect. You know that it's the logical thing to do. What else? Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. There's our Page of Wands. There's passionate communication about it. You're very passionate. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's because something isn't panning out for you that you have put work into. You got a lot of pentacles on the board, eh? But 8 of Pentacles there in the reverse with the Page of Wands. You're passionately communicating about how something isn't working out for you professionally in February. And as a result, you turn towards something else of study. You abandon something and you move forward into something else that you know that you can work on. Anything else? Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Anything else? Anything else on that 8 of Pentacles? Yeah. 7 of Swords. Somebody hasn't been honest with you about something to do with this venture. There's treachery at foot. And it's just that there's, normally this would be like, if we were seeing this in the Rider-Waite, we'd be seeing this as a guy walking away from camp in the night with swords on his back, trying to make sure that the soldiers don't see him doing so in the night. It's almost as if there's a feeling that there's dishonesty, or that there's things that are hidden from your awareness when it comes to this. So you move into the 8 of Pentacles energy because there's something else here that you're not able to put the appropriate work and effort into. You're frustrated about it. You're frustrated. The Page of Pentacles is there. So that to me is especially with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, that the Page of Wands, not the Page of Pentacles, I stand corrected. The Page of Wands is there with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's almost like you're putting your energy into something that you know will work out, that is tangible, because you're frustrated and you're communicating your frustration that something else hasn't worked out, even though there is something that somebody isn't putting the work in. There's a lack of honesty when it comes to that. March, the King of Cups in the upright. This is Piscean or Scorpionic masculine energy. This is being connected with one's heart space. You're connecting with your heart space and your intuition, knowing yourself and loving yourself, and therefore having a great love of others during March. What does the King of Cups want to tell us about March for Sag? Judgment, decisions that you're following your intuition and your heart space on. This is your card, the Trumpeter's Call. The Trumpeter's Call, March 20th might be of significance for you. Tell me more. What decision is this? We have a flipper here. Okay. Something that you had turned a blind eye to, or that somebody else was ignoring. Something that you refused to learn in the past, or you refused to look at in the past, you refused to examine it in the past, but your heart is full. Your heart is full. And that's how you know the right decision. You're announcing it. Your heart is full. You avoided looking at it before, but your heart is full and your intuition is there about it. Tell me anything else? 4 of Pentacles. You're ignoring your spending. You're opening up your heart space. You're opening up the coffers of your heart. Normally people would see the 4 of Pentacles as like opening up the coffers as far as spending a shit ton of money normally. But because in the context of these cards, you're opening up the coffers of your heart. It's not just protecting your coin, it's protecting your heart space in this context. What do you have to say? 5 of Wands in the reverse. It's somebody that you get along with. It's somebody who gives you a great sense of peace. Because there's no conflict here. This is a lack of conflict. This is peace. You have great peace in doing this. You're at peace with yourself to do this. Queen of Pentacles in April. This is Capricorn energy exclusively. This is somebody who presides over the comfort of the home space, luxury, finery, ensuring that those that are within the four walls of her home are feeling comfort and, funny enough, at peace. But also somebody who's passionate, determined, a leader in their own right, but somebody who scales the mountain, the heights of success. Tell us about the Queen of Pentacles for April for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, you gain perspective. And I apologize, this one back here was actually the Knight of Swords. These are princes and princesses. So, lack of impulsive action. You tried not to take impulsive action towards something here. Here, though, you're studying for the purposes of learning twice. Page of Swords is studying for the purposes of learning. Observation. And then it's like basically a double here because the Hanged Man is trying to pause for reflection, but also attempting to see things from a different angle in order to gain perspective on something. What are you trying to gain perspective on with this Queen of Pentacles, or with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles? Something about the home space, or about determination, passion, drive, defensiveness. Why is somebody being defensive, kind of thing? The Hierophant in the reverse. Not giving your permission. You're not giving your permission to something because, or somebody else isn't. Why? It's like you're asking yourself, why is permission not being granted? Why has this person got their defenses up? You know, why is this person being so defensive? Why can't they give themselves permission to drop their guard? You're trying to gain perspective on that. And you're observing them and you're noticing that they can't drop their guard. They're defensive about something. Tell me more. Tell me more for April. Queen of Pentacles for Queen of Pentacles. Double Capricorn energy on this. It's really hard to concentrate with that guy screaming in the background. I better think about double Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles for the Queen of Pentacles. Why isn't this person giving permission to drop their guard? They aren't dropping their guard because of, like, it's almost like there's a dogmatic belief that dropping the guard is not going to serve them. Queen of Pentacles for the Queen of Pentacles. You're trying to gain perspective on it. You're trying to observe for the purposes of learning. Do you see this person as you see the Queen of Pentacles as the Queen of Pentacles? You don't believe they see themselves the correct way. You don't think they see themselves as yeah, these are like really fun little logic puzzles, these. You think this person's being defensive. You think that they are not. You're trying to gain perspective on them. You're trying to observe them. You're trying to learn something specific about them. And you can see that they've got their guard up. And are not giving themselves permission to drop their guard on something specific. But you look at the Queen of Pentacles. You're studying with that Page of Swords energy. You're studying them. You've also flipped yourself upside down with the Hanged Man to try to look at them from a different angle. yet you still see them as the Queen of Pentacles. Do they not see themselves as the Queen of Pentacles? Anyway, May you have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of grief, loss, abandonment, pain, sickness, an ending of sorts. It's always a painful ending. I know that sounds really spooky and scary, but May is looking like it's a Ten of Swords. Let's find out what it is. It doesn't necessarily have, not all of these are going to be connected to each other, right? This is a year reading, and you have a lot of pentacles here, connecting with earth energies, but you're also dealing with a lot of professional endeavors. I haven't seen a lot of cups coming out for you. Let's see, for this 10, this is the one I'm taking because all of this is spilled out, and I'm not. We'll take the flipper. 10 of Swords for the 10 of Swords. Somebody is experiencing an ending that's quite painful during May. It's grief. Somebody's grieving something in May. May in particular is a painful month for some of you. Or you're witnessing somebody else's pain in May. Could be also where somebody is going to be experiencing an illness. 10 of Swords for the 10 of Swords. Why is this happening? We got Queen of Pentacles for the Queen of Pentacles and 10 of Swords for the 10 of Swords. There's a painful ending that happens in May, or this is something that comes around every year in May for somebody. Tell me more. For May, where am I at for time? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. I definitely want you to check out your other placements, please. 10 of Swords for the 10 of Swords. Okay. We have the Tower and we have the Queen of Cups. Ten of Swords for the 10 of Swords with the Tower and the Queen of Cups. Cancerian energy. I always read the Queen of Cups as Cancerian energy, but I also read it often as Scorpio energy, with Scorpio here as well. Scorpio with the Tower, Scorpio, Cancer, and then we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Somebody's falling ill, or there's mourning, grief, loss, disappointment. It's shocking. There's a shocking event that's happening here. Somebody didn't follow their intuition, or somebody intuitively knows, or there's something that they didn't follow their intuition on. It comes back around every year. It is going to come back around every year, like an anniversary date. It's a shocking event. It's something that it hits like lightning. It hits like lightning. Or it hit like lightning. For some of you, it's going to be something that happened before. For some of you, it's going to be something that's happening this May. That you're going to every single May. It's going to be a reiteration of itself. Not to say that you're always going to have it every single May. You're going to have something terrible happen to you. But it's going to be one of those things like, you ever see those posts, happy heavenly birthday, or where it's like when, like an anniversary date of a terrible thing happening. Intuitively somebody sees it coming. There's a flood coming soon. There's a flood coming soon. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Don't panic, because once the Tower hits, you can rebuild from the ground up. But June, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry, I keep on wanting to say Pentacles for you guys. I feel like you've got a lot of things going into coin, a lot of things going into building, a lot of things going into your monetary success, but also into your legacy during this year, because I keep on screwing up and saying Pentacles instead of Swords and Pentacles instead of Cups. And this is the Ace of Wands. June, you're going to have, this is the matchstick of the divine, I always call it. It's a creative spark. It's inspiration. It's the beginning of a new idea. Some people also consider this a phallic symbol. So it can sometimes be new passionate beginnings in existing situations, or a new passionate beginning altogether. It's an idea. It's inspiration striking. In creative ventures, something that shows passion. The passion comes up. Okay. Okay. King of Wands. Yeah. It sparks a leadership drive within you. Okay. After May, where this stuff happens, you're taking charge. You have the spark and the drive. Do you see this? Do you see how he's got this torch? He's bearing the torch here. And this is why sometimes I'll read this as Aries energy. He is taking charge. He's got that matchstick of the divine, and he's taking charge. He's leading the charge. He's taking up the charge. Healing. This is you. Healing, tempering of emotions, connecting with the higher spiritual plane, travel, higher learning, but also more than that, I think it's healing, the deeper spiritual meaning with healing, with temperance here. Patience also, having patience, great patience for people. As the recovery of this shocking event that's attached to grief, loss, disappointment, abandonment, sickness, a painful ending has happened in May. That's what you're moving into in June. Stability. You're also providing stability, warmth in the home space to somebody. Great stability. You know, the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, but it's also somebody who presides over the home in order to create a warm home environment that's stable, that provides people with that feeling of security within the home. This ear's burning. You have two kings here. Remember how I said before, the leader with the firm hand is being stable? You're leading somebody through their healing with a firm hand. Warmth, passion. You have the inspiration strike to do this. But you also have ideas and creativity brewing within you. You're passionate about this. You're passionate about this. July has you feeling, or somebody else, but more likely than not, there's a feeling of being left out in the cold. It's a feeling rather than a reality. Churches are places of sanctuary, and these individuals have every opportunity to let themselves in out from the cold. There's a need to realize your own empowerment in July. That's what that is. Tell us why. Why is there that feeling? Letting yourself in from the cold. Getting justice with a relationship, or the rekindling of romantic stirrings within a current relationship, or the beginning of a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. A fresh start. Justice is served. Balance, equilibrium. You feel like you're left out in the cold, though, during July. I'm feeling like this is redemption, though. It's like during July, you realize redemption for once being left out in the cold. And you're bringing things back into balance and equilibrium. See here, it's really interesting. See, it's the weighing of the heart against the feather. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups and the Justice. Libra energy on that. Tell us more about that. Two Swords in reverse, where you were at a crossroads before. You have taken your blindfold off and you're moving forward in one direction. Your lack of decision is no longer the case. You've chosen to serve yourself justice. You're exercising empowerment here after a feeling initially of feeling left out in the cold. You're choosing to rekindle or choosing to extend out the cup to somebody. That might be a part of this inspiration during June. But something in May happens that's quite shocking, and there's lots of loss and grief here. I'll keep on seeing that, the weighing the heart against the feather. Anything else on that? Anything else we can get on that? No, that's too many. We can't take that many. That's just card vomit. The Moon, Cancerian energy. There's been a lighthouse, standing at a lighthouse, looking at a lighthouse. Cancerian energy, there's a confusion though. Somebody's confused about this. They're confused. Dreams, mysteries of the night. You're serving yourself justice for once feeling deceived, or you feel like you're deceiving yourself or somebody else. Is that why you didn't move in the first place, and now you're taking the blindfold off and choosing a direction after a period of confusion? The lighthouse. The lighthouse. I'm seeing the lighthouse. That's the thing. The hidden emotions. So August, we have you recognizing the cup from the divine that's being extended out to you, as opposed to having that lack of interest and boredom in an emotional situation. What of the Four of Cups in reverse? Tell us about that. Three of Cups, celebration. There's also gossip here, but it is getting together with others in merriment. No longer feeling bored and celebrating something. The recognition of the cup from the divine, you're celebrating it in August. There's also gossip. The Three Cups is also a hen party. This guy's like shouting behind me, behind this wall. Sorry, guys. How many more? I think he's got like a headset on. Magician, Gemini energy, mastery over the self, and therefore able to master the elements. Manifestation. You're choosing to know, you're choosing to see the cup from the divine. You're bringing about something that is of great merriment through your ability to master the elements and master yourself. It's almost magical. Your ability to bring things into fruition. It's like that saying, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Bob Proctor has a really great meditation on abundance. It's interesting because abundance is really a manifestation when we talk about meditations for abundance, and we have that as a keyword on this card, even though classically, we don't look at the Three of Cups as abundance in the tarot. That's why I tell people not to look at those words on the top of the cards, because they don't necessarily always help. The Lovers, King of Swords in the reverse, Three of Wands in the reverse. No longer waiting, no longer surveying the land, feeling like you're not being logical about your decision when it comes to love. But you manifested it. So in August, you have people talking about this. You believe it's a cup from the divine that you otherwise had ignored. But in August, there's thoughts about this. People are gossiping about it during a party of some sort. It's a choice in love that you decided to make that they're gossiping about. And how you moved too fast. That's what the chat is about. You manifested it, though. You brought it to fruition. People don't necessarily believe that, though. They believe that you were rushing into something. And that you weren't thinking logically about it. That your decision-making lacked logic. So in August, they're talking about this. A Gemini in specific is talking about it. September, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And that's Taurus energy, but King of Pentacles in the reverse is a lack of feeling stable and grounded in your home space. Could be a little uncertainty about the home space, where you're going to end up. Because, you know, Taurus energy likes to know where they're going home to. Oh, why? Why do we have that there in September? I'm not taking those because that's a lot. This is a flipper. Five of Swords. Because you feel you've deceived yourself. You know, self-deception energy. You're deceiving yourself that you aren't stable in the home space. Tell me more. Sorry, I'm just dropping everything on the board by accident here. Tell me more. What is the self-deception? As far as your stability, your ability to, it's a long way down. Black and red in my head. Yeah, not feeling that that you've balanced something appropriately, and so, but there's self-deception attached to it. Self-deception attached to it. Piscean energy. Self-deception is attached to this because you're not following your intuition. You're up in your head too much. Lack of following intuition. You have a confession to make as well during September, potentially about the black and the red. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to know what that means. I'm sorry, this is extremely distracting behind me. Especially when you get everything in auditory. You know, like I hear a lot of the things while I'm doing this stuff. So that does not help. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, there might be something that you've kept secret that you're going to confess. Additionally, yeah, there is. It's a personal truth, a deep personal truth that you've learned throughout the year. Virgo energy. Interesting, we got that during September. It's about your long-cherished wish, hope, and goal that you've been attempting to achieve all year. Aquarian energy and Virgo energy. It's about healing as well. Finally, we have October. October is the Nine of Swords. Sorry, guys, I know it's a lot of scattered energy, but, you know, you get psychic indigestion when this shit happens with this many cards. In Nine of Swords, in the reverse, October sees you in a space of letting go or feeling free of anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, nightmares. This guy is no longer sitting up at night crying in his bed. Are you reviewing? It's like I'm getting over here. Somebody's looking back at the previous October next year, where they were sitting in bed at night crying. And they couldn't stop crying. Or they had so much anxiety that they were sitting up at night and they couldn't sleep. And they're looking back over their year, their personal year, triumphant, because that's no longer the case. Anything we can stand to filter out on this? Tell me about that Nine of Swords in the reverse for Sag. I definitely want you to watch your other placements. Eight of Wands. You're communicating it to somebody. You're going to communicate with somebody about the stress that's been alleviated during October. What else? Or communication is coming into you that quells your anxieties. Or you've experienced, there's been communication that caused anxiety in the past, or communicating will alleviate the anxiety that you're experiencing during October. Tell me more. There's movement forward, travel. Somebody communicating to you about travel or about a change of address. I always see the Chariot as change of address. This is a Cancerian card. But it's also movement forward, progress. So you remember when I started out with that card, I talked about how somebody is looking at the previous October and where they used to be in the previous October and where they are the coming October. They're kind of reflecting back. The Chariot's about progress moving forward. And you're communicating about the progress you've made moving forward. There's travel. I don't normally see the Chariot as simply travel, no. Communicating about change of address? What is it? Can we confirm that? Come on. Confirm for me, please. Confirm for me. There's that Five of Pentacles again. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Swords, your personal truth. A truth. About exercising self-empowerment with that Five of Pentacles. A lack of independence. But the truth is that you could always bring yourself in out of the cold. Nine of Pentacles is about your personal independence, your sense of independence, your ability to stand on your own 2 feet and realize your material goals, that you never had to rely on anybody else to achieve them, that you could always do it on your own. And the truth is that you're far more empowered than you realize, and that you have made progress. You're communicating this to somebody else during October. How much anxiety you had that you no longer have. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. Let's check out numbers of significance. Numbers of significance for Sagittarius during November 2023 through to October 2024. We have 4, which is a stability, 4 posts in the marriage bed, 4 walls of a home. 12, breaking down to a 3, which is the path of the artist, creativity, expression. Another 12, creativity, expression, art. And then, holy shit, a 3. What did I just say? So you have 3, 12, breaking down to a 3, 12, breaking down to a 3, and then 4. Let's see what your magnetic poetry is, and then we'll be done. This is the longest one I've done so far. I really hope all these aren't this long, or we're never going to get them all done by Samhain. For Sagittarius, let's dig real deep. By the way, I stirred these up because it was getting a little redundant. We'll try and get you a bunch. What do we got? You can make sentences out of these. I'm not going to do it for you. Okay. There you have it. Can you see those? Can you see them? Okay. There you go. Awesome. Thanks for sticking around and watching, Sag. I hope you have a fantastic Halloween. And share the love, show the love. You got to hit this button if you like what I do or if this resonated. And check out your other placements, like I said. And you know, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you when we see you next. Okay? There'll be shorter reads. This was a big one because it's the end of the Pagan New Year. All right. Have a good one. Bye. I mean, this is just kind of intense, isn't it? Yeah, this is why I don't show you guys my boards, because it's an organized mess. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.